we've just had a delicious meats and cheese here in, actually I forget where we are, we're in St.
Pancras Hotel, which is directly connected to St. Pancras, the train station.
Ah, very good. So we were just about to talk about how you actually got into this, Sam, yourself. How you got into this whole crazy low-carb gig.
I was looking for careers where I could still be active, but also coach people at the same time. And I decided on personal training. So I studied at the European Institute of Fitness and qualified as a master personal trainer, where I then moved to London and moved in with my brother, and for 50 quid a week I managed to be in central London in a box room, basically.
Very nice.
Which is
so expensive.
yeah, exactly. And when you got a brother that only charges 50 quid a week, it's pretty good. Even though it was basically a cupboard.
It's not
but I got here and I started progressing as a personal trainer, but felt as though just doing it one-to-one wasn't quite what I wanted. So I wanted to go back to group training. So I set up a fitness boot camp, which, as you know, was called Smash the Fat, Fitness and Fat Loss Boot Camp.
Smash it out.
Exactly. And I did that for 5 years. We got 10 locations around the country. But it was last year that I decided that I was getting sick and tired of clients coming to us saying that they'd been following healthy eating guidelines. I'd been eating low fat, I've been eating my healthy whole grains, yet I'm in this situation where I'm 2 or 3 stones overweight. And so I decided, right, we need to get to the root cause of this, we need to change it. And so I then managed to band together 12 doctors within the UK, a lot of which are working within the NHS, and created the Public Health Collaboration, which I'm the director of now solely. I completely shut down Smash the Fat to pursue this, to pursue trying to change things at a government level, and also at a societal level as well. So
Actually fix the guidelines so they reflect the science.
Wouldn't that be something?
That would be. Well, I read your document. So it's phcuk.org.
phcuk.org.
.org, yes, that's important. And there you can download your first publication of actual food guidelines or health guidelines. And it's funny when I read through them, it's weird because it feels like a government document, but they're always wrong. And this one is all correct. So you got this kind of cognitive thing going on. So, but you can download, it's amazing.
Yeah, download it for free, print it off, hand it to your doctors if they're skeptical so that they can read it. We also have copies kind of professionally printed already on Amazon. So if you want it properly bound and things, or you can just print it off and staple it together.
It's only £1 or
it's £4 on Amazon, but that includes delivery and things like that.
Too.
So and we actually don't make any money on that. It's just at cost. So we literally don't make any money. It's just there, just for people if they want to professionally print them and make it look all nice.
Very nice, yeah. So you can hand it to your doctor looking all official and wake him up a bit.
Yeah, that's right. And that's basically our mission and vision, is that we simply want to inform and implement healthy decisions, which seems like a common sense prerogative of any public health body. Unfortunately, the ones that are in place at the moment, particularly within the UK and around the world, seem to be hell-bent on keeping the status quo as it is, and think that the solution that they came up with 30, 40 years ago that's created the problem is going to solve the problem. The kind of the story that I always come up with is, I mean, in the UK, our first official dietary guidelines, which were low fat, eat all the whole grains that you want, came out in '94. So if 22 years ago I came to you, and this is business wise, you came to me, and asked me to fix a problem. You've got 22 years to fix it, right? And over that 22-year period, you left me to it, right? And then you came back to me in 22 years, and it got 4 times worse. What would you say as a business investor to me?
Kind of an idiot, I'm afraid. We entrusted an idiot with our problem, and look what happened.
You've been doing for 22 years.
Yeah.
You're fired. Get out. You know.
But in this case, you can't fire the guy because the guy is the orthodox guys who still own it. But you're working to overturn that.
Exactly. So we're here to say, look, you guys, I'm afraid you've messed up.
Kind of had your chance.
You got it wrong. You've had your chance, like officially for the past 22 years, even though like
even longer.
Yeah, the low-fat dogma has been around really for about 40 years, and you've made the problem worse, and it's getting worse year upon year.
Yeah,
it's time that you wake up and realise that your solution, however many times that you say it over the years, and however many times you dress it up, it's not going to fix the problem.
No, it'll never make it true what you're currently selling.
No.
It's junk science really dressed up as official advice.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of hypocrisy here.
Yeah.
So our guidelines in the UK, the Eat Well guides, came out in March this year, and there are 11 lead authors of that, and over half of them are representatives of the food and drink industry.
Yes.
Right. So the question is, why has Public Health England and Food Standards Agency Scotland, why have they entrusted the drink and food industry to author healthy eating guidelines? I mean, it's not like there's kind of spurious connections or anything. It's literally the head of the British Retail Consortium is entrusted and given the responsibility to author our healthy eating guidelines. Public Health England have given that responsibility to them.
Wow.
What on earth are you doing?
So that is basically...
It's bizarre, and this is in public sight. It's a complete travesty.
So it's giving the folks the kind of responsibility to look after security for the chicken coop.
Precisely. It's giving the fox the responsibility to look after the hens. It's absolutely awful. So we're here to try and bang some common sense back into the government, but also informing the public, really, and most importantly, the GPs, because they're the ones on the front line dealing with patients.
Absolutely, and currently they tend to believe the official line because that's been spouted for 30 years.
And they trust NICE and Public Health England and all the other governmental bodies that are in charge of all of this. And you kind of have to be, because GPs are very, very busy. They deal with all sorts of ailments, so they don't have time to look at every single thing and look at all the research. So our guidelines report kind of distills that into 20 pages of proper writing, and tried to broken it down and given everybody the references of, right, this is kind of, the backbone and the evidence base of what all these crazy real foodies are saying. Even though they're kind of presented in the media as complete quacks, there is science there.
Huge science,
and even however many times that the government bodies say the science isn't there or it's still up in the air,
they're right in the sense if they're referring to their own guidelines, that's true, the science isn't there, but the irony is from your side, and as I well know, it certainly is there. And we're going to look in Ireland. I have a few MDs and a couple of consultants who are interested in just connecting together in a teeny tiny version of PHC UK, but still got to start somewhere, at least a support group of people who are aware of the science and begin to kind of hook people up. But we're going to use your document.
I appreciate that. That'd be great. I mean, we need that.
Yeah, centralise around that, rally around that. Yeah,
I hope so. But we need people within each country to take ownership of this and to actually try and customise it to the country, because each country has its own local problems and intricacies and political things. So you need people that live within those countries and know it intricately in order to push things forward within those countries. But as you say, we can rally around a central guidelines document or set of arguments, and then kind of customise it and tailor it.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, hey, thanks a lot, Sam. And
my pleasure.
Delighted to meet you again.
Always, always.
Yes.